If you ask me, the Hip Hop Royal Rumble of 2024 is one big rollout. Hip Hop season 50, it wasn't hitting like that. So the higher ups had to make a couple phone calls to make sure season 51 was as profitable as humanly possible. It's all a rollout. Let's get off into it. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Read My Soul, and I'm back with another video for you. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's being blessed. Yes. If you're watching this, you're on the right side of history. And my favorite saying of 2024 is, I'm not here to be right. I'm just here to be me. So if you're looking for the right opinion, I don't know where you could go to find it. But if you're looking for my opinion, you're in the right place. Yeah. So let's get off into it, man. I have not recorded a video in a while. I haven't really talked about the Drake diss. I haven't really talked about the Quavo diss. I haven't really talked about the Chris Brown diss or the Rick Ross diss.
WF looks like it's being outmanned and outnumbered right now.
I've kind of just been letting it play out so I can give my opinion at this point today. And of course, I finally want to record a video. I turn on this light, get everything set up. I sit down, and Euphoria by Kendrick Lamar is released. Now, I'm not going to give y'all my opinion on the Euphoria record. I think that it's great, it's good, but it don't matter. Why doesn't it matter? Because Drake fans and people alike, they're never going to give Kendrick credit. You're already going to see the narrative today. It is April 30th at 3 o'clock. I'm recording this. People already have jumped to the, oh, he's corny, he's hating, and all these different things. If you follow me or if you've been on Twitter or anything like that, you've seen I went viral a couple of times right here, with my opinions on Drake and everything that's going on. But the main reason why I feel this is a rollout. Hip hop last year was kind of lackluster. It took a while for us to get a hip hop #1 album, #1 song, all those different type of things. Hip hop was very lackluster, and we all know who controls hip hop.
I'm not gonna say what race, what people.
Cat Williams kind of set off the tone for this year by getting one of the biggest interviews on YouTube history ever, by just getting back at people who got at him. And I think that set down the foundation for 2024. And I feel as though because the economy's bad, because hip hop was kind of going down last year, people's tours were being canceled, all these different type of things happened because the economy's messed up. We forget how desperate the people at the top are just as much as the people at the bottom. You got a lifestyle to maintain. So just because you're rich don't mean you get to sit back. You got to actually maintain it. The easy part is getting it. The hardest part is keeping it. So for me, all of this just screams rollout because Kendrick has no real reason to respond. Like That is the better of the song. It's on the radio. It gets you hype. It's vicious. It's real hip hop. The Drake diss songs were a little lackluster. I felt as though Rick Ross was saying some real stuff about Drake.
White boy, BBL Drizzy, I got a question.
But he was keeping it comedy and keeping it cute. And that wasn't really real beef. It just feels as though in this fight for attention, this just all seems orchestrated. And we know for even with the East Coast, West Coast beef, that was a low-key orchestration.
East Coast, West Coast thing is something that the journalists and people are making up just to get paid off it so it can drag out. So they're perpetuating it so it could be drama.
It feels very reminiscent of the WWE.
Almost, would you say, a reluctant look in the eye?
I remember growing up in the Attitude Era, watching WWE, watching The Rock, watching Austin, Triple H, X-Pac, Mankind, Undertaker. These are some of the best wrestlers of all time. Wrestling during the 90s Attitude Era, early 2000s was really, really good. And you could not convince me it was fake. I saw them throw Mankind. off the Hell in a Cell. I saw that with my eyes, them take bumps. So you couldn't convince me it was fake. And then one day I got the internet and it was basically showing me all the things that I didn't know. Because life before the internet, you just believe what the TV told you. You just believe what the news told you. You believe what you heard at school. Until them AOL days, I started doing some research. I found out it was fake and my heart was broken. Not in a like my girl just left me heart was broken, but in my dang, man, I was really an idiot.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb.
I really thought that stuff was real. And the more I found out about the music industry, the Baby has even came out and said, a lyrical artist called them up and said, hey man, let's start beefing. You're starting to see all these things. You just like, this don't feel real. Is this real? Nah. It just don't feel real to me personally. And like I said, people have already made minds up. There's no real reason for any one of these artists to respond. Drake fans have made their mind up. Kendrick fans have made their mind up. Rick Ross fans have made their mind up. Future fans have made their mind up. Weeknd fans have made their mind up. Quavo, Chris Brown. All of this beef just feels like they're trying to sell tickets, bro. It feels like a rollout. I will admit, I had to re-record this video because throughout this video, I like the intro that y'all just saw, but I didn't really land the plane. So last night, as I was editing this video, one of my favorite content creators released a video. Justin Hunt, aka the company man on everything.
Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening.
Leave it to Ye to add context to the calamity. If you somehow missed it, punch yourself in the face.
Now he's finally releasing videos again. Thank you, Justin. We missed you. He basically dropped a video talking about how Drake deserves all the smoke, but he dropped this little nugget. He dropped this little jewel that clicked because I didn't really land this video. I just basically chalked it up to, you know, corporate interests. As I've gotten to be 31, I'm starting to realize how most of my life has been corporate interests. Even my love for WWE. Corporate interest. For years, they had me thinking it was real. It ain't. They were padding the pockets of Vince McMahon and his cronies. I say all that to say the jewel that he dropped was that in the video wasn't all about this, but he softly put it in there. And it made me think that this is a soft launch for AI.
Well, in that sense, this entire chapter of Rap Battle World feels like one big AI advertorial.
I was just thinking one-dimensional. There was a lot going on when I was recording this video yesterday. Kendrick just dropped. I had a lot of emotions. I had a lot of thoughts going on. I was trying to get a pair of Travis Scotts. It was a lot going on for me yesterday. When I heard that, it was like 12 o'clock at night, and I was just like, oh my God, I have to re-record because that's what this is a rollout for. The last, 2 years, maybe year and a half, we've been hearing AI records. We've been hearing leaks on Twitter. We've been hearing leaks online. And everybody's first thought was, this AI. You know, that's the question. This battle, before it got really cracking off, it was a question of, is that Drake record Push-Ups AI? Then it was a leaked Kendrick record. Everybody was trying to figure out if that was AI. It was a lot of AI talk at the very beginning of this. Even to now, there are leaks dropping on the internet, and the first thing you see is somebody say, is this AI? So to me, corporate interest is AI interest right now. Corporations have fired a ton of people at record labels, and they're going to replace them with AI. If you watch the Joe Budden podcast, they have the concept of it's all a rollout. I wouldn't say they have the concept, but they talk about that a lot, to where a lot of the members of the Joe Budden podcast say it's a rollout, it's a rollout, it's a rollout. So if you look at the records, you can go on YouTube right now, look up Push-Ups, look up Euphoria. It tells you right there who's it licensed by and who getting that bread, who getting that chicken.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
Drake using the AI, he basically did the holographic version of Pac on stage, and he grabbed AI Pac, he grabbed AI Snoop Dogg, and he basically softly promoted the use of artificial intelligence. And it's funny because, like Justin said in his video, like others have said, like the Tupac estate has said, you've taken down people for using AI. So you're using AI now. It's very funny and it's very coincidental. So to me, I always like to peel back the layers. And as much as I'm entertained right now, I'll be honest with you, I am fully entertained.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
I grew up watching the WWE. I don't even watch sports anymore. I really just like to see Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless. I just like the commentary. I grew up in that I Love New York, Real Chance of Love, Flavor of Love, For the Love of Ray J. I grew up in that era of just drama. I'll be honest with you. From WWE to even the hip-hop beefs, I grew up on 50 Cent, Ja Rule. I grew up watching the beef documentaries. So I will admit I like the chaos just as much as the next person. But as I am getting older, I am realizing how much of what I focus on is corporate interest. I'm starting to really realize that maybe I'm not as eclectic and I'm not as deep and I'm not as much as an individual as I think. And as I'm peeling back the layers of my life, I start to look at everything differently. I think Kendrick won already. I think Euphoria and Like That is just amazing, and I don't think Push-Ups is good. I don't even think the Taylor Made freestyle, I don't think that was good. That was very lackluster. I felt as though he should have came harder. Clever, but corny. Even Ye jumping in and doing his thing, I thought the bars that he did on the Like That remix were lackluster, but the beat is, woo! That beat is, woo! Woo! Shout out to Kanye for dropping such an amazing beat. I'm disappointed that Cole backed out because I'm keeping Cole Born Sinner up here for a reason, man. I love Cole. I'm a big component of Cole. If you watch this channel, you know that, I love this hip hop stuff. So I have to admit when I'm in the wrong. So I'm looking at it from a different perspective. Yes, I don't think there's no reason for these guys to beef. There's no real reason besides AI and money. It's very clear. It's very obvious. Kendrick is #1 trending. Euphoria is #1 trending. I'm recording this on May 1st. I think that Kendrick is too nuanced for where we're at in society. One of my favorite songs of all time isn't, I don't listen to it often, but it's one of those foundational hip hop songs that I think we should all listen to. If there's like The Message or Sugar Hill Gang or Juicy or Brenda's Got a Baby, I think that we should all listen to Dumb It Down by Lupe Fiasco. And I feel as though Kendrick is a little bit too advanced for the Dumb It Down generation that we are in, and people are not even gonna really understand it. He actually did exactly what I didn't want him to do, which is make a deep, intricate record that people were gonna say is corny, is this, is that, this. The song ain't been out 30 minutes, an hour, 24 hours, and people have already made their minds up. And that's because where we're at in society, we're not in a place of growth and maturity. Kendrick's album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, is one of the best hip hop albums ever because it's about growth and maturity. And I don't think where we're at in society that they will champion a person like Kendrick. I think where we're at is designed for a person like Drake to win. Very simplistic, very dumbed down, very palatable music, decent music, but it's no real substance to it. And that's what the world is being fed. It's being fed fast food. So I feel as though it don't make sense to me. It is very telling where we're at in society. It's very telling. And I think that Dumb It Down is one of those songs that it's where music is at. Music is dumbed down, and that benefits the Drake type. I feel as though Kendrick he's been done enough for me to prove that he is better artist than Drake. But the masses, they like Drake. They like to just party. Funny because I had this idea that if you ever listen to Lights Please by J. Cole, he had a girl that he wanted to kind of tell about the world and enlighten her on what's going on, and she just wanted to have fellatio and have relations. And I think Drake makes music for that person. He makes music for those type of girls who just want to party and don't want to think deeply. And I think a large majority of society falls into that. A lot of the knowledge that I know is that there is a percentage of people that don't understand what's really going on. They just look at the surface level and they don't really have the intellect to understand what's really going on the deeper level. So for me, this seems like a big rollout for corporate interests, and the big corporate interest is AI.
All of this to me looks like man versus machine, especially with AI in play.
And thank you, Justin. Thank you, Justin, for putting that out there. Thank you, Justin, for sparking me, because as I was editing the video, I didn't land the plane. And it's hard when you record a 10-minute, 20-minute video and you don't just land the plane. I think that I landed the plane. What say you? What's your thoughts on the Rap Royal Rumble 2024? This shit is the WWE to me. You couldn't tell me when I was little that the WWE wasn't real. I feel as though hip hop has went full kayfabe. Season 50 of hip hop was lackluster. Season 51 is filled with drama and beef, and these labels and these artists are making a ton of money while we over here think that this is real. To me, this just screams like corporate investment, corporate interest. But what say you? Make sure you comment. I really want to hear what you have to say. Do you think that this is the WWE? Do you think rap went full WWE? Are you entertained? Who are you picking? Are you a Drake fan? You a Kendrick fan? Are y'all enjoying the Rap Royal Rumble of 2024? Shout out to A$AP Rocky. I feel as though A$AP Rocky is really not really about all of this beef. He really wants to see something happen to Drake, because Drake has been very disrespectful about his baby mother. I don't know, man. As a peaceful black man, peace, brother, but I'm not naive, brother. Like, I'm a peaceful brother, but I'm not naive. And hopefully, this stays on wax. But then again, it's like, dang, how many more black people? How many more black people gotta go at each other this year? Cat Williams shot it off. But like I said, what say you? This has been a real one. Like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a video. And Read My Soul out. Peace.